everybody, welcome back to a new series. Now this is not a standalone series like Ember and Sage. That is going to continue going, and I'm probably going to record another episode of that when I'm done this. Now, this episode, or this series I should say, is going to be another survival series. I'm starting with only what is in the back of the truck, and whatever I have in my wallet left over after I fill up the tank on this thing. All right, we are full up and loaded in. So let's see what we're starting with here. We have $56 to our name currently. Now, what we have in the back of the truck, we've got a fertilizer spreader, wheelbarrow, shovel, and most importantly, we have a lawnmower, which is exactly what our first two contracts are going to be. Now, these aren't contracts that you would find in the help menu or in the escape menu. These are just private people wanting their lawns cut. So we're going to go do that. We're going to head down to the first one. They're just by the hotel, which, by the way, is where I'll be staying every night until I can afford my own place. So just up the road here. And they say it is the third house on the right when you drive in. So I'm assuming this would be the first house. Blue house is the second house. This would be the third house. All right, I'm gonna go knock on the door. All right, so that is the house. Let's get the lawnmower brought out here. Oh god, we're stuck already. We're off to a great start. Alright, so something that I've quickly discovered, this lawnmower is fantastically quick if you don't actually drive it. I'm also going to have to guess where the property line is here, because best guess is the best I got. There we go. So we'll just go from tree to tree. We'll call that probably good. There we go. Also, sorry if you guys hear my cat screaming. She is very wanty today. And I'll probably end up with her on my lap here in a second anyway. All right, and that is it. That took no time at all. Apparently people can't figure out that they can just go around the truck. But let's go knock on the door and get paid. All right, 200 bucks. I'll take it. I'll take it. 200 bucks all day. Come on, baby. There we go. She starts. All right, so that is the first client of the day. Second client is also a mow job. And they are down on the, oh God, what would this be? That would be the west side of town, I think. They're off to the left here. Should be coming up here. Ooh, what's this? That looks like a garage sale. I think we're gonna have to go stop there after, because that looks like there's a bright orange piece of equipment that piques my interest. Here we go. And this is the last place on the list today. Last place on the road too. Hopefully this is a parking lane and people don't give me grief again. But let's let's make sure this is the place. All All right, this is the place. So he says, do not worry about going around the bushes here. Just tidy up as much as I can, get it to look nice. So I think we can handle that. Don't take down any of the bushes. He does want them removed by the end of summer, but he doesn't want to pay for that now. It is something I can do, but say he doesn't want to pay for it. But this backyard here, he says it goes all the way up to the game boundary, which would be here. So that is a fair bit of mowing. So this one is going to cost a little bit more. This one's $250. And he says right up to the trees is his property line. So we've got a good amount of grass to mow here. So we got to get cracking here. And he says he knows somebody else who could use a lawn mowing right now. So he's going to pass their number on after he sees how good of a job I've done. So let's get going here. I think my lawnmower died. Oh no. Uh-oh. We are having some difficulties here. Alright. Got it figured. The cable came loose. So when I'm pulling down the handle to engage the blade, it wasn't actually pulling on the clutch. So got that tightened up. It's a good thing I drive a old truck, because that means I typically have a couple of hand tools in the back of it. And that's a tight spot to get into. There we go. All right, start with the perimeter here. Sorry, buddy. Don't mind if yeah, okay, just walk right through me. That's fine. Typical NPC behavior. And right up to the game boundary, he says. And there it is. Okay. Oh, that's going to cause me some glitches, but we're going to get going on this. We'll catch up with you guys in a few minutes. Oh boy. This could be fun.
1 hour later.
Right, we are just about finished here. We just have this little square in the back to do. And I talked to him a little bit. He came out a few minutes ago and we stopped and talked. About the hedges here. We'll just let that go for a second. He likes the bushes here because it kind of blocks his house and gives him some privacy from all the boat traffic coming through. I mean, I'm sure you've heard them honking as they go past constantly. So I offered him, I said, I can put hedges in for you for a couple grand. And he said he'll think it over this afternoon. So that could hopefully turn into an extra little bit of income here. 3,500 bucks, put some hedges in, mow down, and clear out the brush. So, see if he goes for that. And he's impressed with what he's done so far, so he gave me his buddy's phone number. So I'll give him a call once I've got this all wrapped up. Which should be just a few moments here. And you can see there's a couple tire tracks. I had to get back into the lawnmower, and when you get into the lawnmower, instead of I'll bring up the HUD here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just super strength. I'm just pushing the mower, like holding it and pushing it like you would an actual mower. But FarmSim also has an option where you can get into the mower as if it's a vehicle. And that is incredibly difficult to drive around. So I've opted to just do this, and it is so much easier, so much better, and doesn't leave tire tracks. So that's what that is. So just ignore that. That doesn't actually exist. That's just Farm Sim being Farm Sim. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up here quickly. And that's the end of it. I think. I hope. Let's go see if we can't get this little tuft off the side of the tree here. There we go. There, shut her down, save some fuel. What have we got in here? Diesel 1 liter. Yeah, so we're low on fuel already. But yeah, he'd like all of the trim or all of the bushes trimmed out here, and he'd like a hedgerow put in here. But also, I can get through here. It's pretty tough mowing through here. He wants hedges along the sidewalk too to give him a little bit of privacy from the road itself. So I told him that'll be part of the deal, $3,500. I'll give him some hedges across here, some hedges across the front here, and then a row of hedges down the back to the game board, or yeah, to the map boundary. And I'll take care of all of the bushes that are on his property, not the bushes that are on the side of the hill, because that ain't his and that ain't my problem. So we'll see if he bites on that offer. In the meantime, I'm going to give his buddy a call and get loaded up here and see if I can't make a couple $100 more. Oh, and we'll also collect from him. This was a good one. This one was $250, so we're going to end up with a little bit of change here this afternoon, which is good because hotels ain't cheap. All right. Farm Sim, the engine has to be running to lift the tailgate. All right. All right, so $250, and he gave me a $20 tip, plus another customer. Hey, you know what? Solid dude. All right. Well, we didn't make it very far. I forgot about the garage sale. Let's go see what this guy's got here. That would be wonderful. And he's got a brush trimmer too. He's got a pretty kick-ass little fishing boat. Too bad I have like nowhere to store any of this stuff. It's got a whole entertainment system here. Oh man. All right, well, I'm going to talk to him about this thing. Maybe that thing. But definitely this thing. And see what he wants. All right, so he wants $800 for this. I don't have $800, but what I did offer him is to clean up his sidewalk here. So I told him I'll mow his grass, clean up his sidewalk, all in exchange for that mower. And he said yes, but after the garage sale. So we'll do that again to the game board. Game boundary. That is so hard for me to say today for some reason. Halfway through here to the game, or to the map boundary, which has got some pretty interesting terrain on it. And then just kind of in line with the tree and the, I don't know what you want to call that, easy up tent. So just down here through the back and around. So we'll get busy on that. We'll let him do his garage sale. He says he's doing this until 6 tonight, so that's perfect timing for us. We got one more lawn to mow in the meantime. And yeah, we'll get that done. Hopefully that doesn't sell by the time we're done. Because if it does, we miss it. But if not, we get it. So kind of a gamble. And like I say, I don't have the $800 to throw on it right now. Don't even technically have 400 to throw half on it to hold it. So we're gonna go. We're gonna get busy. All right. So I called the guy, said, hey, I'm trying to find your place. And he goes, yeah, I got the black SUV in the driveway, blue house. So, yeah, nope, that was it. Ooh, that is an aggressive curb. All right. So this is it. Let's get, well, let's go knock on the door, make sure this is actually the right place, and we'll go from there.
One eternity later.
And there we go. We've hit 2:30 and the rain has stopped. So let's go see if the old man has still got his garage sale going. Somehow I think he's probably packed up. But we'll talk to him about that lawnmower. Let's see what he's got to offer. Okay, so he packed up the garage sale as soon as it started hailing. Don't blame him. It hailed for like 2 hours straight. He did not sell the lawnmower, and he did confide in me that it does not work. So, got him down to 600 on it. Plus, I still want to do all the work here. So he wants the bushes gone, wants the trees left, wants the lawn mowed, and wants the sidewalk cleaned up. So we're going to get working on the rough stuff first, and then we're going to mow it and see what the guy says after that. And I don't know if I can do anything about this. This is concrete that's heaved, or asphalt that's heaved. So you might have to take that one up with the city, but I'll get the sidewalk cleared up for him. I'll get the 3 little bushes taken out and the rest of the lawn mowed. So we'll be back in a little bit. All right, that does it. That was a little bit more in depth than I thought it was going to be. But turned out okay. Let's go talk to this old guy. Get ourselves a lawnmower. He gave me $100 to take the mower after all that. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm totally okay with it. But it doesn't move, it doesn't start. And I don't have any room in the truck, so I've asked him if I can dump my stuff here, take it down to the shop, get them to give it a once over, let me know what they say, and then come back and pick my stuff up while it's there. So he's cool with that. So we're gonna leave, well, we're basically gonna do a switcheroo, take all my stuff out. Anyway, let's do this. And with a flick of the strap, that ain't going anywhere. Let's get this down to the dealership. Let's see how much more this is gonna cost me. Hopefully it's within the $100 that Buddy gave me. Somehow I doubt it though. Well, there you go. 142, and I think 38 was the other charge to get that running again. But of course, I gotta show off more mowers because I'm doing a landscaping company and everybody's gotta push mowers. So for today, I have to figure something out. I can't keep all of my stuff in the back of the truck at the hotel. I need to find somewhere to store my equipment in between jobs. Or I need a trailer, which the hotel doesn't want me to have a trailer anyway, because that takes up way too much room in their parking lot. So we're we're gonna have a good hard think about this and see what we can't figure out. All right, that was sketchy, but we got it all in the truck and we get it all down here. Now, you might be thinking, hey, we've been here, because yes, we have. And talking to the homeowner here, I called him up on the phone and said, hey, I'll make you a deal. I'll fix your sidewalk if you let me store some of my equipment here until I find my own place. And he said, absolutely, come on over. So that's where we're at here. So I get to fix a little bit down here, and I get to fix a little bit down here. And then he also wants this raised so that it's not quite such a violent approach. So I'm going to work towards that. And I think that's a fair deal. So we'll get the stuff unloaded here and I'll get to work on that. We'll catch up with you guys in just a few minutes. Okay, there we go. That is filled in, leveled up a bunch. Got the sidewalk all cleaned up for him there. Again, we're not worrying about any of this grass here. Now, it does look like this grass has been removed. It will grow back. It's just, again, it's just a farm sim-ism. Anyway, that's done. We got a little bit extra material here. So we're gonna level off this a little bit just on the back side here. We're gonna get that filled in with some of that, and we're good. Now, talking with the guy, it's not the deal I thought it was. I thought I would have access to the garage. I don't. My equipment needs to sit behind the garage, outside, not even allowed to be under the tent. So it's something for now, but it's not terribly great. But anyway, we'll get that done. I'm gonna call a realtor, see what's around, look on Marketplace again. Let's see where we can go from here. We're getting long in the tooth here, so we'll see what we got. Well, we've got some really good news. I am on my way. Go talk to a realtor. We've got a house out on 15 acres that's for sale. They want $92,000 for it and the land. I am in a hurry to go see it, because that sounds like exactly the kind of thing that we need. Apparently there's room for a shop, but it's also in the middle of the forest on a hill. So the listing looks good from what I saw. And I'm reasonably certain that the bank will approve us for it. So we'll see what they say when we get there. And it's fairly close to town too, so it's not like there's a whole lot of highway between me and my clients, but also it's enough that I'm not living right next to them. So we'll see what it's like when we get there and see what's up. Well, this is it. A little house on a hill. And on your way up the driveway, if you blink, you will miss it. It is not a well-marked little road down there, but let's go check it out. What do we got? We got lots of room for hills and trees. Not a whole lot of room for actual shop. That is kind of concerning, because I need at least a shed to put my stuff in. I could probably squeeze a shed at the end of the drive here. That shouldn't be too bad. But let's go talk to the realtor and see what we've got. Yep. Yeah, that happened. So I talked to the bank. They cleared me for a $125,000 loan. That is the lowest that they would go. So I got a little extra cash in my pocket, which will probably help me, because I need to put something here to keep my things in. I got the keys to the property already, which is fantastic. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this old truck out of her way so that she can vamoose. That's probably good. All right, probably shut the engine off. Okay, so she can get out of here, and I can figure out what I'm going to do with this old lump of a house. Let me show you what I've come up with. So this little addition here, it'll only cost a couple of grand. So we're doing good. I got a way to keep my truck out of the hail, out of the snow. I've got a nice little shed here for all my things. See, we got the 112 in here. We got the old lawnmower. We got the spreader, wheelbarrow, and the shovel. And also, because this is Silverrun Forest, you come right out of the gate with a chainsaw. So I had a chainsaw to begin with. I didn't realize that at first, but I guess that's the way the game plays. I'm going to get out of here. There we go. Like a glove. All right. Well, I think that turned out not too bad. So, if you like what you're seeing so far, let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you did. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.